Oh, hi there. I'm Tim, and today I'm going to talk to you about the second labor of Haru-Cleese, great Greek myth and monster killer extraordinaire. So, you may remember when we last left off, Haru-Cleese had killed himself a nice old lion with his big beefy hands. Now, this was quite a feat, but it was not 10 feats, it was merely one. So, the next feat was clearly to go off to Lemon. Lemon was a place in Greece where they had a huge problem. This problem was called a hydra. You may know the hydra. It is a big old beast with 9 heads to start off with. And little known fact, one of those heads was immortal, but we'll get back to that later. What is important is that Haru-Cleese, he was in quite a pickle because one of those heads was immortal. What was he going to do? Well, the answer was just what he always does, which is go in with his trusty club and do what he does best. A Haru-Cleese around. So he goes in, and how does he get there? It's kind of far away, right? Well, he gets his nephew, Aioli sauce to help him get to the cave. So he's his charioteer. Here we are at the cave of the Hydra. Incredible, isn't it? Beautiful. How are you going to get the Hydra out, though? That's a question Herc had the answer to. Take your good old bow and arrow. Load it in a flaming arrow. Or 3. And boom, you got yourself a fine old Hydra that's looking to fight. So that was good. He's got the first step. Unfortunately for Haru-Cleese, he didn't know that the Hydra had a plan, a master plan. This plan was to rope up his foot in its tentacles. So you can't get out. What's he gonna do, guys? What's he gonna do? He's gonna do what he always does and just keep whacking. Unfortunately, this Hydra brought backup. A small crab came and on his other foot, the only other one that he had free at the moment, as he was kind of busy, came and started getting his other foot, and that was not his deal. One whack to that crab and you're done. It really wasn't that important, but it was part of the great myth of Haru-Cleese. He's doing this, and so he's like figuring it out. He's like, this isn't working. So he's keep going for these heads, but every time he knocks one off, boom, 2 more. What's the point? What's a Haru-Cleese gonna do when there's no point in whacking off a head? What you're gonna do is gonna get your nephew, Aiolos, come over here with that torch you have. Thank you. And then he would cut one off, and here's what you do. You take the torch, my friends, and you put it on that neck. You see that bleeding neck? That giant neck where a head was once? Cauterized. Done. No blood. It's gone. Doggone it. And you keep doing that 8 or so more times. You get the idea. And then eventually you got yourself a dead Hydra. What you do when you got yourself a dead Hydra head is you take the Hydra head and first off you get yourself a hole, you put it in the hole, and then you bury it back up so you never see it again. But that's not safe enough. That's not good enough for Haru-Cleese. He wanted to make sure that it wouldn't get out. But how is he going to do that, you ask? Well, he's got you covered. Put a big rock in front of it. That never fails. Am I right? Well, yeah, it does. But there's a little thing. Remember that part where Aioli, his nephew, gave him that torch? That was a cheat. That's cheating, apparently. So the king, he said, that doesn't count. Do it again. You gotta do it again. You gotta do another one. That doesn't count. So this kind of gets into why, you know how he originally had 10? Now he has 11, and maybe another video he'll have 12. But, you know, when you got two people, you know, the king, basically what he was thinking is, hey, if I could have done that. I mean, basically the Hydra is just a water snake.